see what I did to his long hair, there is a video sometime back.
Yeah, but the point is, it's not worth it. Just...
Before somebody says, oh, you got your hair colored, you had to have gone to a shop. No, I did that.
We did it at home.
And you want to go into technicality?
And I bleached her hair, and it turned out kind of cool.
And honestly, my grandmother, before all this, cut it.
Yeah. Just the point is, people are being crazy. They're being stupid. We understand the stress.
Believe me.
Because I don't know how many times we've had fights because of the stress in the house. It's just try to not go crazy on everyone else. Try to be calm. Try to be collected. It's not worth taking out on other people. I've seen people in the store throwing a fit like, why can't I get my Coke Zero in 12 packs? It's not being made right now. Those factories aren't open yet. You're lucky you have any soda available.
I've seen guys throw their carts back at the people sanitizing them going, well, it was a waste to come here. You didn't have the one item I was after. Don't go off on the people trying to keep everyone safe.
It's not their fault they can't get the supplies in.
Well, unless it's the store going, hey, I'm not going to bother ordering distilled water.
Yeah, we actually made a complaint against that, but...
That's another thing altogether.
A quick explanation of that. Anyone who... I'm trying to remember the name of the device.
The CPAP for sleep
CPAP
apnea.
Machine. They use distilled water in it to stop from dehydrating while wearing it in their sleep. And they need distilled water. Not everyone has a distilled water machine.
Not everyone has a distiller, and that takes all day. Sadly, we're
for a small amount.
Contemplating it for my grandmother.
Except that both her and Uncle Brian both use it. Because they both have CPAP machines.
What would be more likely is we'd leave it running all day just filling up gallons of water for them.
That's what would end up happening. But it's just the fact that for a while there, the stores weren't ordering distilled water. And I made a complaint in store and online going, people use this for medical. They need this material. There was a point we ran to, I think, 5 different stores before we found it.
Well, we hit DeWitt, East Lansing. We checked a couple different Walmarts.
Yeah, we checked 2 different Walmarts.
We finally found it over at Little Tiger's store.
Yeah. On West Saginaw. Point is, we took over an hour to find distilled water for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they weren't carrying. Or people were buying it out.
Yeah.
Which you gotta realize, we got them some more again just the other day, and what people don't realize, that was a month ago we got them the last set. And that was 4 gallons of it. So CPAP machines, with stopping them from drying out, getting dehydrated, causing other problems. Now if you have heart problems, you don't want to get dehydrated. If you have asthma, you don't want to be dehydrated either.
Honestly, in truth, with the way we sleep, we should probably have one.
I know I should. Truthfully. But the point is, when places aren't, part of the problem is places aren't able to even get some of this stuff the way it's starting to go. People are complaining about pops. It's like, fucking A. I went to the source for our soda stream and about 1/3 of the normal syrups are available. And it's because they can't get any more made right now.
And that's the thing, is if you know that the pop machine, the returns are down, don't go in every day with a bag of soda bottles hoping that they, for some reason, reopened it.
I was surprised to see the slushy machines in the store open.
I don't expect it to stay up.
I don't expect it either. They're saying you can't use reusable cups with it, which I'm like...
Thing is, I'm not convinced they maintained it.
I wouldn't trust it right now. Because they left it empty, not running. And I really am doubtful that they took the food safety care of doing a full sanitized clean beforehand.
So if you work at a store or a gas station and you're starting to get all that prepped out, please, 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 for the sake of everyone else, clean it.
It's not worth food poisoning.
Because the humidity, if there was any residue left, could have started molding.
I saw inside all the machines we saw that were down, the fogging from moisture.
And if there was any residue, it could mold.
Even without the residue from that, it can mold.
It's not good.
Rust, all that. And before people try to say I don't know what I'm talking about, I worked food service for 20 years. Management for 17 of that. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
I can't say the same thing. All I've worked is stocking.
But the point is, I do have the background. I've also done customer service and stocking. And I don't know how many times I've gave positivity to the people trying to keep it stocked through the day.
The thing is, what's hurting me is my old thing was smile, nod, thank you, and now I'm just...
You can't even see the smile. I don't know how many of those people they've heard us thank you for the hard work. Some of them nearly burst into tears.
Some of them were thoroughly startled.
Because they're so used to people ranting because stuff's not on the shelf.
And if you work delivery, give them a fucking break. I'm sick of seeing Shipt shoppers. Yes, I work for Shipt. I'm sick of seeing my coworkers going up to people trying to stock, going, where the fuck is this? My customer wants it.
She's quoting word for word because I've been witness of it when we've done personal shops.
It bothers me because it's just, you're making them get hyper emotional, unable to do their job because you don't want a message because it'll be too much of an inconvenience to do your job right. If they don't have it, they don't have it. Look for the best possible substitute. Send them a message.
I'm sorry to say it right now. We're lucky we have yeast. We literally, with doing our baking, because we do a lot of pizza. We don't do as much bread.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing homemade crusts. And we go through a lot of it. Because, shoot, we do have a spare jar right now.
But
it was because it's so hard to find and it sealed will hold in the cabinet for several years.
yeah.
But yeah, we're just...
Any delivery people, keep your masks on.
I don't know how many people we've seen that took the masks off in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
And before people throw a fit, you touched your face. I'm in my home.
In my home.
Been home for some time.
Been home for several hours. We've been home since around 5.
Yeah.
It's after 7.
And to be honest, for me to finish dinner, I'll be washing up again anyway. But please, just take care of yourselves. Be safe. Give people the be cautious, but also try to be respectful. The people in the stores trying to stock stuff, they're trying their damnedest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much positive feedback we've been giving online for people that are busting their ass, who are apologizing because they don't have what we're looking for.
Honestly, I'll admit, I did a little bit of a splurge on a mystery box from one company that I enjoy the coffee of. I won't be getting any coffee. I forgot a step and they messaged back immediately.
It was maybe 5 minutes?
Maybe. 5, maybe 10.
Point is, you hadn't put your phone back down yet.
Nope.
After you put the message.
But people are trying so hard. And if you're being more positive towards them and not ranting, going, why the fuck is everything wrong?
It's
gonna help.
Now. Everyone, I understand it's stressful. I know I'm reiterating.
Ow.
But you can't help others without helping yourself, and you being negative isn't helping you either.
I know, the camera work is wonky. I've been cross-legged for the last hour.
Yeah. I said, I'm not trying to rant at people. I'm not telling people how to live their lives. It's just try to be considerate to yourself and others. That's my big thing right now, because the people in the stores, oh man, I have lower back problems. If it wasn't for all this, I've been improving. I would have considered going back to work. But at least at a limited scale. But the fact is, I get so dehydrated. Going into the store for doing a personal shop,
Which we take maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes to maybe an hour on a big shop. And I'm recovering the rest of the day from dehydration from the mask. I could not survive wearing a mask 8 hours a day. And when you consider that, people are in those stores getting dehydrated wearing these masks all day. And you're not considering the strain on them. Thank the people in the stores.
If you have a delivery service, come in.
Be respectful.
Thank them. Don't have a fit because one of the boxes might have a tiny little ding or they weren't able to get you the exact item you asked for. We're going through hell trying to keep up.
And you gotta look at it on another level. You're lucky to have anything in the stores right now, because trying to keep suppliers in, bringing stuff in, trying to get materials. Because the reason I know the issue with sodas is I overheard a Pepsi guy that was stocking the shelves in the store going, "We actually can't get any more. The warehouse, the manufacturing site's still closed. All we can do right now is put out what we got."
And that's the other thing. If